This one is called The Mountain of Zion. It's a little bit of a longer poem. It's a bit odd, and it's got multiple characters, so excuse the character voices. It's going to get a bit cheesy. Let's just jump right into it since it's a bit long. Come to a field under starry splay, to a tired farmhouse overgrown, where upon the porch sits a spaceman, without a spaceship, and all alone. He rests his head upon his hand, and looks beyond the yonder field, to a distant mountain of size most grand, whose only by distance could be concealed. Gazing and thinking, thinking and gazing, mind churning slower than the sheep that were grazing, chewing on the memories whose flavors are fading, till the sound of children he comes awaking. Out in the fields, lights dance and play, children with lanterns, laughing and gay, run to the mountain, beckoning him to come. Off to the field he chases after them. The moon peels itself from off the horizon, wanders beneath, head to the mountain of Zion. The spaceman keeps with him only a bag, and the hopes to see his dreams come unsnagged. The children disappear up the slopes of the mountain, leaving alone the poor spaceman grounded. At the base of the mountain, he comes upon a cave, from which smoke leaks with a brutal heat wave. The spaceman enters, hoping to ask for direction, and comes upon a monster on gold, a dragon. "Come! Who may enter upon this lair? You seem no challenge, many knights have come braver. With my fiery breath they found disfavor, and I of their flesh have found much flavor. Good dragon, I stand before you humbly. My apologies for coming into your lair bumbling. I've only desire for directions to lead. Of your gold, of your treasure, I have no need. Do you insult my hoard? Just a matter of desire, nothing more. Then with you must be carried something greater. Of your own treasures, you've become a traitor. Only carried with me is this bag. Surely you'll see it's worth no matter of brag. Pray thee, then open it. Its contents I'd much rather omit. Then in exchange for my gold, surely you spacemen must have been told. Ships must be purchased of greater splendor, only provided you find the right vendor. You know me well, this lack causes tribulation, and gave me the reason for leaving that station. At this mountain I must climb, to the peak I am no hero, and no more of this gold will we speak. In exchange, then, for the direction, will you provide a riddle for this bag's perplexion? Of value to one, but not to many. One's comprised of parts of plenty. A mirror held for myself to see, and a mirror to others it can be. Bah! Certainly the moon must be your choice of symbol, to contrive yourself such a confounding riddle. It shall be so, I'm a dragon of my word. Through the trees to a library, you must climb upwards. Thusly the spaceman leaves the cave. Still feeling the effects of his close shave, he looks along the mountain path to seek, where off to those children did sneak. Seeing nothing, he heads for a place more airy, along the dragon's directions to the library. The moon's risen higher, lightning softly, a leaf-laden path through the dense forestry, leading thereunto a great stone edifice, to a librarian who hermits himself among this eloquence. Come! Who knocks on such a windy night? You interrupt my reading, and with what right? Excuse me, old librarian, I've need of your insight. The dragon led me here, though I hope not so in spite. Many a man's come knocking at my door, with nary a scrap of intelligence to account for. I am the librarian, the one who knows all, and due to such querying is why I withdraw. Then please forgive me for this imposition. My only goal's a fraction of your knowledge acquisition. I will not concede, and I refuse to plead. An odd trait indeed, unbefitting of your stature. My failures here is not a disaster. What I don't learn here, I will learn soon after. You make a joke of my knowledge. Surely its usefulness you must acknowledge. As a revered master of this lonesome college, I've many a mastery to guide the world. All great mysteries I am to unfurl. I've even gone among the stars for a whirl. You went in a spaceship, one that flew many stars in a skip. What did you find? Nothing too stimulating of the mind. Celestial bodies twirling on endlessly, empty space spanning on dreadfully. Clouds of gas I've come to call nebulae, whose mysteries in time have all fell to me. You, sir, must be a powerful logician. And while I love to stay and listen, there are more other matters I must attend to. You know something I don't, do you? Nothing at all, sir, I do assure you. Well, I've wandered about among the stars. I only saw things unbefitting of your memoirs. Tell me, then, what secret do you guard? Nothing good, sir, that I can put in word. Then in my mind you've got an exchange that with your kind is easy to arrange. Formulate that secret, place it out in an equation, and for this we'll build you a space station. Your offer indeed sounds quite tempting, but there's no use in it to keep me pretending. My heart yearns to see stars by the trillions, yet my soul yearns to follow those children. You are a man of most odd disposition. Then to a new deal shall we transition? I'm listening. Here's a deal you'll find interesting. You whose head runs nearly empty, your secret must be kept in reality's assembly. I've the intuition your secret's in that bag. Tell me, and I'll draw you a map without zig or zag. I need not show it directly. With words, a picture may be painted more deftly. Go ahead and paint as you please. Deciphering your art's no challenge to me. Lay the formula out. Give me a riddle. Those struts of your pride I will surely cripple. At once held both empty and full, truth and lie in the same breath to extol. An existence held of contradiction, able to cure the worst affliction. My, aren't you clever? Solving this out seems not a worthwhile endeavor. I'll solve your riddle, and with what's brought, we'll continue to do with science what yours cannot. May you have the best of luck. As if that were how gold was struck, temperament and timing, calculus and arithmetic, those valued mining without any trick. I truly know nothing. As to my word, I'll give direction to that far thing. Climb higher up the peak till you come upon a fool who knows less than you, as if by a rule. Thusly the spaceman continued his journey, feeling worn out, tired, and thirsty. He checks the mountainside for any signs, finding if darkness has any clue can find. Harsh slopes lead on to become sheer cliff face, where one must climb hand over hand just to keep pace. The spaceman climbs as the moon goes higher, over his struggle till a rainstorm comes by. He stumbles and prays for a moment of respite, yet the night carries on, brutal and without light. He comes upon a tree on an outcropping, where another man also seems to be stopping. Hello, traveler. You seem quite weary. Dear God, I am. Hope's no longer near me. Come then, and rest. By your graces I am blessed. For long I've been wandering, for a fate I've been pondering, and now I feel quite sick. A moment to breathe may do the trick. You think I'll feel better? I think not, but going onward's not clever. But the ground and rocks are very hard here, easy to roll over the side and disappear. No water to drink, nothing on the wood look edible. I can't say for sure if your advice seems all that credible. Save your complaints, I won't hear another. Only go on whining like that to your mother. My apologies, then. You owe them not to this man. I don't know what to make of you. If only the end of this journey I knew. Too tired to walk, too tired to think, climbing closer and closer to the abyss's brink. You go on again, to satisfy what? Forgive me, please, the answer's not clear-cut. But answer me this, do you not complain? Of course I do. Time and time again. Only, however, to those who are relevant. How admirably reverent. And how many nights alone here have you spent? Do you insult my conduct? Insofar as being with you sucked, and you're more well off, your words are enough to make any man scoff. Better to tell the story than hide it. Better not to assume who's helpful, you'll admit. Youthful idiocy and indignation, bending others to your own prostration. Why, you're nothing more than a cretin. A man who knows nothing, a left-out has-been. There, you do admit it yourself. Go ask for help, have your ignorance expelled. You expose yourself, thereby to no less than a man who knows nothing, with what you profess. Give me a reason, I beg, do tell. Do you know the way out of hell? Draw me the path, and name each demon one must cross to become a free man. I cannot do what you ask. Then heaven's grace, can you unmask? Exquate me the function that allows me to see beauty, what grants him capacity for valor, virtue, and duty. Maybe I could do both, if given the time, as if a man like you could ever grasp the divine. Do you feel smarter now that you've taken me to task? That was never my point, you intolerable ass. By God, then do tell me, if you even have one. Finally, alas, it seems that you've caught on. You deign to cause trouble without point. I'm most apologetic if I do disappoint. Oh, all is lost, all is lost. Better to have never started. The journey ends, I'm thwarted. Ah, yes, such cowardice is frequently rewarded. Shut your mouth, loon, a base antagonist of what's holy. Your soul I can smell from here is old and moly. You're worth not a moment of my time. All your part from a lack of trying. What more could you say to prove so? Otherwise I'll leave this spot and risk dying below by climbing further up. A moment, it's all I ask. One of us is an idiot, the other wears a mask. And I know you're an idiot. Then what is your mask? This I do not know. What do we call a man who does not know? Prithee, an idiot is what we call thou. Then tell me, what is your mask? It's a riddle I can't penetrate. You're a mess of conclusions, certainly insane. If you'll spare me, take off this mask, unclothe. Be you a bastard, a saint, or a saint, I find you in loath. Oh, why can't a mad be God and devil both? The man said this with a smile, and one eye closed. The spaceman looked out with his mouth agape. An idea to him was starting to take shape. Tell me then, where did those children go? The ones who wandered up this mountain, and to and fro, who led me to a dragon's hollow, a past the librarian's gleaming eye like Apollo, who led me up here, as I did follow, to you, who has made me of my pride swallow obscenities and half-truths, all of which shallow. Look to the sky as the storm clears. Do you not see where you are here? There is no peak of this mountain above, not but stars go beyond and far. Your path ends here on this highest place, but theirs carries them where you cannot go, into space. As the storm cleared, the spaceman looked up and saw all was true. Of the night sky there was not a trace of day's blue. The moon hovered over, nebula covered the canvas. Children wandered between them with paintbrushes, painting the stars and the planets. The spaceman couldn't think, no words came to mind. So tell me now, what was it in that satchel you did hide? A book of poetry, all of it mine. Why were you then so reluctant to share? To my soul, this is my seat of stairs. To the heights never reached by body and effort, 'tis my desire, my understanding mature. Best you write this down, then. I think I will. The spaceman returned home a while after to a farmhouse which since had grown draftier. Where he couldn't return once more to the stars, he found instead what made them shine. Give a dreamer an eye, hold the idea divine. Thank you.
Yay.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Impressive.